Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. I'm Father Steve Sellers, and thank you so much for tuning in today for this brief daily message of hope. And this is Dot. She's here with me for her morning walk. It's a beautiful day here in Houston, about 62 degrees so far, and that's wonderful for this time of year. As we are in the fall season now. Let's go down, let's heal. I was reading this morning, rereading an article from a couple of years ago from Psychology Today by Dr. Mark Leary, who is one of the leaders in helping us become a less egocentric society. And his article began, I think it came out in 2017, listing the things that cause us stress and anxiety in our lives. And it starts with personal issues and jobs and relationships and cars and finances and health and governments and all of that. And it extends to social stresses that we're under. And it's a very impressive list of the things that cause us pain and anxiety every day. And the first part of the article says it looks like it's almost insurmountable for us as people to get over the things that are causing us problems. And they stack one upon another in our lives. And then he points out that most of these problems that we have are not free-floating problems existing entirely on their own. They always seem to have people attached to them. And indeed, that's true in our relationships, in our jobs, even in our health with doctors and hospitals and all of that. Sit, Dot, sit. Good girl. And there are always people attached to the problems that we have. And I was reminded of a few years ago, I was talking to a friend of mine who was a pastor of a church, and he was having all sorts of difficulties. He was basically driving himself and everyone else crazy. And I met with him for a week and talked to him, and we were very close friends. And I finally ended our time by saying, I figured out what the source of your problem is here. It's all these people you have in your parish. If you could just get rid of them somehow, your problems would all go away and you could do whatever you wanted to do. Now, the problem with that is you'd have an empty church. And of course, we laughed about it because it is silly to think that we can get away from everyone around us. But Dr. Leary points out that the problem really isn't those other people that are all around us. It's within us. When we spend too much time in ourselves, in our minds, in our heads, focusing exclusively on us, we run into big problems because we basically drive ourselves crazy, and it's not the other people that are doing it. And Dot is actually being great. She's lying down here. You're a good girl, Dot. Good puppy. And so there's the genius in our Christian faith that says that we come out of ourselves and we help others. That's when we help ourselves the most, is when we reach out to others and help them with their problems. And I had a colleague back in Memphis, Tennessee, back in the 1970s, who was an old blues musician, guitarist, singer, and he told me that there is one secret that cures the blues. We hear all these blues songs about problems and issues that drive us crazy, and he said there is one solution to the blues, and it works every time. He said to cure the blues in your life, he said get up off your couch, go out the door, go across the tracks, and help someone who's hurting. And guess what? Your blues go away when you start helping someone else who's suffering from the blues. So the good news for us today is that God is with us through all of this. The Lord walks with us. Let Him guide us and show us how we can be of service to help others around us. And He does bring those people into our lives all the time. So I hope you have a blessed day today. Dot and I are going to finish our walk, and she was down here chewing on something. What did you put in your mouth, Dot? And we hope to see you here again tomorrow. Have a blessed day today.